So there has not been any violation of both the organizations on any FCRA funds. Everybody in India, including the judges and including the ministries who have detained him, know that he is not an offender. We don't discuss about our hardships to each other. We only talk about our positives and our strengths. And in India, our motto is Satyamev Jayate. So we are on the right side of the truth.
It has been 4 months since your husband, has been arrested and put in jail. You remember the day when he was arrested?
It's been more than 4 months. In fact, it is 125 days
Yeah.
to be precise. Yes, I do remember very distinctly because when I could not reach him after 11:30, and his phone was not reachable, and only I came to know at 3:30 that he has been detained. It came as a shock because for somebody who has been working at the grassroots level of education, uplifting people through innovation, so it was a very rude shock that he should be considered as a threat to national security.
There has been several allegations against him, including incitement to, violence.
All the allegations are false, and I have continuously condemned them because a person who always follows Mahatma Gandhi's path of peaceful protest and action cannot one fine morning become, violent. So it is all a way to frame him. And this kind of character assassination, this kind of defamation had happened more than 2 years before it had started. But it has become more and more it had rigorous, in the last few months. I have categorically denied all those allegations. It is all baseless, and they are based on videos of Sonam Wangchuk, which are taken out of context, and they are cut, copied in a very wrong way to give a wrong
Doctored
impression.
videos.
Yes.
There has been allegations on, foreign currency violations. Is there some truth to that?
Nothing, absolutely nothing. So we have two organizations. One is SecMol, the school, so which did have an FCRA registration. So it hasn't violated at all. They have deliberately misread project in food sovereignty as national sovereignty. So it is very childish and to have interpreted it that way, if not malicious. And as far as Hayal is concerned, we did not have an FCRA registration. And the funds that have come are research funds. They are income, not donation. You need FCRA for donation. So there has not been any violation of both the organizations on any FCRA funds.
Sonam Wangchuk has been a poster boy for, right of center people for long. What changed all of a sudden since the abrogation of Article 370?
Not just the current ruling party, I think he's the poster boy of India.
Yeah.
And for the last 30 years, different governments at the state and center have equally awarded him, rewarded him. So when this government also came to power, they were happy with the innovations that he had done. They wanted to collaborate, and he was also happy with the policies that they were talking about, Make in India and Swachh Bharat, and simple living for climate solution and so on. So it has the work that we do both at SecMol and Hayal is to help the government, no matter which government is there at the center, to help them for the causes of education and environment.
Okay.
So it is not that only this particular government that he was a poster boy, but yes, he has supported all the governments across the country. But what changed is that when he started reminding them of their broken promises of giving sixth schedule and statehood to Ladakh, because it was in their election manifesto based on which they had won the elections in 2019 and 2020. And everybody else had either, though everybody was, worrying about it in Ladakh, he was the voice that was actually bringing that concerns of the people to the government. And he was trying to tell them that if you do not honor your promises, you will lose the elections, which they did in the next last election. So I think they did not want this kind of a reminder or they did not want to fulfill their promises, and it is not a good thing that they betray the people of Ladakh, which Sonam was trying to tell them not to do. So they tried to silence him by taking him to the jail and falsely detaining him under the NSA.
What do the people of Ladakh say or feel about this incarceration?
Everybody, I think every day is praying for it, doing whatever best they can, either by meeting, talking about it on social media, keeping it alive. So everybody is waiting for him to be released and to come back.
Now he is lodged in Jodhpur jail, far away from Ladakh. Is that separation kind of very heavy for him
So,
emotionally?
so he and me, both of us, we are quite very resilient and strong people. So we never miss anything. We only remember things fondly. So for him, Jodhpur is the other end of the Indus. So
Yeah.
he still feels connected. It is also similar to Ladakh. It's a hot desert as
Okay.
compared to the cold desert there. So the same Indus that flows through there, comes all the way through Bhuj and into the Arabian Sea. So he kind of feels connected also. And in any case, he's in India and he loves the country and motherland. But definitely, he misses the work. He misses. But even there, he is trying to be innovative, doing work about eco-responsive architecture, reading a lot of books, and spending the time to rebuild himself, to through studies, reading, meditation, walking, and yoga. So it's a time of renewal,
Okay.
rejuvenation. Yeah.
Do you speak to him regularly?
No, no, it's not allowed to speak on the phone.
So
But
haven't seen him up in these 4 months?
yeah, I see him twice a week. I can see him every week for 2 hours, but like 1 hour per day. Yes, I have met him more than 24 times.
What does he tell you when you meet him?
No, we first of all tell about all the positives. We never speak about the problems we are going through, because we want to strengthen each other. So I tell him all the things that I've been doing, and Hayal related, our university related, lot of other IT problems and all which are happening, which the government is using. So I've been handling that. So I tell that. He tells about what he's been doing, positive things. So
Okay.
we don't discuss about our hardships to each other. We only talk about our positives and our strengths.
What is the latest legal status on the case? The case against his detention.
Yeah. So the habeas corpus that we had filed on 2nd of October, it has come to a stage where we have not only given our writ petition, which is more than 400 pages,
Ah.
but we have also argued it over 5 hours, and demolishing each and every aspect of the detention order, and all the procedural lapses. So our senior lawyers, Kapil Sibalji and Mr. Tankha, and along with all the others, have been very, very cooperative in working on it. The next hearing is on the 2nd of Feb, where they would be opposing whatever we've said, and then there'll be a final rejoinder by us, and hopefully very soon there would be a decision on it.
We are hopeful of his release, the early release.
Yes, because the case is very strong, and everybody in India, including the judges and including the ministries who have detained him, know that he is not an offender. He is in no way a threat to national security. So, and in India, our motto is Satyamev Jayate. So, we are on the right side of the truth, and the case has no merit in itself, and we have all the everything on our side, and truth will finally win, and I'm very hopeful that he will be released.
Thank you very much, ma'am.
Thank you.
I hope he gets released soon.
Thank you.